Thank you, yogis, for joining us for this morning's practice for the hips, lower back, and hamstrings. We'll start in child's pose. So take a moment to make your way into the posture, knees wide, toes touch. You can press into your palms a little bit and send the hips back towards your heels. And then begin to connect with your breath, sending that breath right into the backside of your body, allowing each inhale breath to expand the muscles of your back, to gently give them a little stretch, lower back, middle back, and upper back. With your next inhale breath, begin to walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. You can stack your left hand on top of your right, forehead down or on a block. Breathing into the left side of your body. Breathing here, allowing the left side to open, to stretch. The intercostal muscles release tension. The side body releases tension. And with your next inhale, walk your hands back to center. And as you exhale, take your hands over to the left. Right hand can stack on top of left. Once again, you can use a block underneath your forehead if you feel like you need it. Sending the breath a bit more into your right side lung. Right hip drawing down towards your heel. And breathing here. Once again, connecting with your breath. Maybe just a soft ujjayi. With your next inhale breath, walk your hands back to center. Back to child's pose. Guide your palms to touch. Stay here or take your hands back behind your head, keeping the palms touching, heart dropping down to floor. Use this moment of stillness to set an intention for your practice. As we flow together, I would like you to think of letting go, of surrendering the need to do more, and allow yourself to just be, to be present with the sensations as they come up. Lengthen your arms long. And begin to lift up into a tabletop pose and then curl the toes under, downward facing dog. We won't do many downward dogs in this practice. From here, bend your knees and then step up to the top of your mat. Come into a forward fold. And heel toe your feet so they're about hips width distance. Take your peace fingers to your big toes. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale and fold forward. Draw your elbows out to the side, shoulders away from your ears. And you can have a nice little micro bend in your knees. Use this time to check in. Check in with how this posture feels in your body today. Not how you expect it to feel or how you would like it to feel, but how it actually feels. And then inhale, lift up halfway, find that long spine again. Exhale, fold, step your right foot to the back edge of your mat. Right knee down, uncurl your toes. And find length through your spine here as you come into this low lunge. Fingertips can stay down on your mat. If you feel stable, bring your hands up to your thigh. If that feels all right, take the arms up overhead, palms face one another. And begin to find a stretch across the front of your right hip flexor. And gazes forward. And exhale, bring your hands down to your mat. Flex your left foot, begin to send your hips back. Left leg works towards straight. Inhale, lengthen your spine long. And then exhale and fold forward, forehead down towards your shin. With your next inhale, come forward, low lunge, and then curl the back toes under. Lift your right knee, runner's lunge. Spine is long, hips level and square. And step up to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway again, find length through your spine. Exhale and fold, hands down, left foot steps to the back edge of your mat. Bring your left knee down, uncurl your toes. Find length through your spine again. Hips can be low if the fingertips are down on the ground, shoulders away from ears. You can stay here or bring your hands up to your right thigh or take the arms up overhead, palms face one another. And gazes forward. Find the length through your spine here. So think of drawing your tailbone down toward the earth and draw up through the lower abdomen. Exhale, hands come down to your mat. Flex your right foot, shift the hips back. Ardha Hanumanasana, lengthen your spine long, and then exhale, fold and round. Left hip stacked on top of the knee, and then shift your weight forward, coming back to that low lunge. Curl your back toes under, lift your left knee. Runner's lunge, level and square your hips, find the length of your spine. Activate your legs. And then plant your hands, step back into downward dog. Feel free to pedal it out. And then inhale, wave your spine forward, high plank pose, high push-up. You can bring your knees down here if you'd like, and then lower all the way down onto your belly. Hands stay right where they are. Zip your legs together, elbows draw in. Inhale, lift the heart up, low cobra. Exhale and fold. Inhale, you will lift using just the strength of your back. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale to lift. And exhale, fold. And bring your left ear down to the mat. And then switch ears. Surrendering the need to do more here. And check in once again with how your body is feeling. And the side and the neck gently stretching. Shoulders rounding down toward your neck. Plant your hands and begin to make your way onto your back. Walk your feet in nice and close, and you'll grab your strap. From here, lift your right foot up. Hook your strap around the ball of your right foot and press out through your right heel. Your left leg can be bent or straight, whichever feels best. And then I'd like you to think of softening your shoulders down to the mat as you press out through the right heel. And as you stretch into your hamstrings, envision them lengthening. The muscle fibers actually becoming a little bit longer. Reconnecting with your breath. And then guide your strap into your right hand. Take your leg over to the right. Keep your left hip down and grounded. You can place your left hand on top of the left hip bone to find that grounding sensation. Both shoulders staying down on the mat. And feel free to close your eyes as we flow through these hamstring stretches. Once again, there's no need to do more. You're exactly where you need to be right now. Present, focused. Inhale, guide your leg up to center. Strap into your left hand. Cross your leg over your body. So the leg can cross just past the midline, or you can take it all the way into a twist. Foot stays flexed. Continue to press out through your right heel. Both shoulders down on the mat. And if it feels okay on your neck, you can guide your gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale, guide your leg back up to center. And then from here, both hands to your strap, lift your left foot up and release your right foot. Sole of the foot can come down to the mat, or once again, You have the option to lengthen the leg long. Press out through your left heel. Shoulders soften down to the mat again. Notice where you're holding on to extra tension here. It may be in your shoulders, your hips, your belly, the back of that left leg or the hip, maybe your face, your brow. See if you can find a little bit of softness. Where in your body can you create more softness, more space? Guide your strap into your left hand and begin to take your leg to the left. Right hand can rest on top of your right hip bone. Once again, keeping both hips grounded. Flex your left foot. Breathing here. Close your eyes again. And inhale, guide your leg back up to center. Strap moves into your right hand. Cross the leg past the midline of your body. Or take it into that twist as well, releasing the left hand down to your mat. Gaze can draw over your left shoulder if it feels okay. Otherwise, gaze is straight up at the ceiling. Allow the muscles of the hip to begin to let go, to soften. And realizing that there's no need to do more. This posture right here is enough. With your next inhale, guide your leg back up to center. And then you'll release the strap. And just set it off to the side. You'll walk both feet in again. And you'll cross your right ankle over your left thigh for a figure 4 stretch. You can stay here pressing your right knee away with the right hand, or interlace your hands behind your left hamstring, or even around the front of your left shin. No matter where you are, soften the shoulders back down to the mat. Gaze is straight up at the ceiling, but once again, close the eyes if it feels good to close the eyes. Your right foot is flexed. That will help protect your knee. Another stretch for your hips. We tend to hold a lot of emotion, a lot of worry, stress, tension in our hips. An opportunity to release that. Unwind your legs. Bring your right foot down to the mat and switch sides. Left ankle over your right thigh. Left hand can press your left knee away. Option to stay here or interlace your hands behind your right hamstring or in front of your right shin. Shoulders soften. Muscles of the face soften. There seems to be this connection between the hips and the muscles of the face. So see if you can allow the muscles of your face to soften. And when the muscles of your face soften, see how your hips react. Perhaps the muscles there soften as well. And just another moment here. Begin to release, unwind. And then grab your block. You'll place your block right underneath your sacrum, either on the middle setting, or you can flip it down on the lowest for supported bridge pose, whichever feels best on your body today. Feet are down on the mat with knees right over your ankles. Arms rest out by your side. Turn the palms up. You can stay here or lengthen the legs long if that feels good and right. Know that by lengthening your legs long, it will take the posture a little bit deeper into your lower back, especially if your hip flexors are tight. So you can always bring the soles of the feet back down to the earth, bending the knees. Eyes are closed here again. Bringing your awareness back to your breath. Guiding the focus inward. And perhaps bring your awareness to something in your life that you are holding on to that doesn't necessarily serve you. It could be a belief. It could be a job or a lover, a friend. It could be negative self-talk. Whatever it is, see if you can let that go mentally, emotionally. Begin to walk your feet in, coming back into that supported bridge pose. And take a moment here, just allowing the hips to be heavy, to rest fully on that block beneath them. This posture is excellent for reestablishing the lumbar curve, especially if you spend a lot of time sitting. From here, we'll move right into our inversion for today. It is waterfall pose, so just the legs extend up towards the ceiling, hips stay on the block, and the arms can continue to rest down and out by your sides. And if your mind begins to wander off, guide it right back to your breath. Right back to that place of center, that place of well-being that is always within you. Notice the gentle sway of your legs, perhaps a subtle vibration. And then you'll bring your feet back down to the earth by bending the knees, soles of the feet down. Press into your feet, lift your hips up, slide your block off to the side, and then roll your spine down one vertebrae at a time. Tailbone comes down last. And then you'll gently roll over to one side and make your way up. For this next posture, you'll want two blocks. You'll place one on the middle, it's on the middle setting there, lengthwise on your mat, and one on the lowest setting. So they're about 2 inches apart, and they both go lengthwise on your mat. And then you'll lower yourself down. So the lower block is for your shoulder blades. That higher block is for the back of your head. You might find that you need to make some adjustments here with the blocks, and that's okay. You want to make sure that you feel supported here in this posture. And then you can guide the soles of your feet together. Knees will drop out to the side for Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined cobbler's pose. The arms rest out by your side, palms facing up again towards the sky. And then take this time to rest. Taking this time just for you. And when your mind begins to wander off, bring it right back to your breath. And notice if your mind is latching on to external things, to thoughts, to ideas, to your to-do list. And if it is, see if you can create a little bit more space between your mind and the thought, your mind and the to-do list. Letting go. Allowing each cycle of breath here to nurture you, to nurture your well-being. breath to deepen. And gently guide your knees up toward one another. And here you'll roll over onto one side, rolling off of your blocks, making that transition as mindful as possible. And take a moment on your side, just allowing the effects of the posture to sink in, giving your body an opportunity to assimilate the benefits, to integrate. And then you'll use that top arm to remove blocks, just sliding them off to the side and make your way onto your back. Once you're there, knees to chest, give them a little hug in. And we'll move right into our final twist, simple supine twist. Knees to the right, gazes over your left shoulder. No muscular effort here. Allow the body to settle in. The shoulders are heavy. If you've been practicing with Ujjayi breath, let it go. Allow the breath to lengthen. As we begin to prepare the body for Shavasana, guide that breath a little bit deeper, beginning to balance the length of inhales and exhales. Perhaps inhaling for a 4 count and exhaling for the same. Inhale, guide your knees back up to center. Once you're there, give the knees another hug in towards your chest. Squeeze them in nice and tight. And then switch sides. Release your knees to the left. Arms can be extended long out to your sides, or just let the arms cactus. That's usually my favorite. Gazes over the opposite shoulder. Enjoying this time of stillness, this time of peace, of contentment. Guide your knees back up to center. Give them another little hug in, giving yourself a much deserved hug. And then make your way into Shavasana. Palms touch in front of your heart. And then interlace your fingers. Release your index finger. Tripana Mudra. It is a mudra for letting go, a mudra for surrender. So here we'll connect the mudra with our breath before our final rest. So as you inhale, turn the fingertips down, scooping the arms up overhead, filling up the lungs. And as you exhale, fingertips come to top of the head, crown of the head, nose, chin, right back to your heart center. Inhale, taking the arms up overhead, filling your body up with love, contentment, peace. And as you exhale, letting go of negative thoughts. letting go of what doesn't serve you. Inhale, filling up the lungs, sweeping the arms away. Big expansive breath. Exhaling, hands come back to crown of the head, forehead, nose, chin, back to heart. Continuing on your own. Inhaling, filling up the body. Exhaling, letting go. Inhale, fingertips away. Exhaling, letting go. Rest your hands down by your side, turning the palms up. Take a moment to make any last-minute adjustments, and I'll guide you through a rotation of awareness, a deep relaxation exercise. All you have to do is move your awareness from point to point within your body. We'll begin at the feet and end with the head. Right heel, left heel, right calf, left calf, right knee, left knee, back of right thigh, back of left thigh, right hip, left hip, both hips together, sacrum, lower back, middle back, upper back, back of right hand, back of left hand, right wrist, left wrist, right forearm, left forearm, right upper arm, left upper arm, right shoulder, left shoulder, both shoulders together, neck, back of head, all points of contact with the floor, all points of contact with the floor. And begin to deepen your breath. And allow your breath to invite movement into your body. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. Your body is craving a full body stretch. Stretch your arms overhead. Lengthen out through the toes, ankle circles, wrist circles, and then you'll roll over onto your side. We'll meet up in a comfortable seat facing the front. Sitting nice and tall, guide your hands to heart center if they're not there already. Taking a moment to honor your practice, to honor your dedication. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me for today's practice. In honor of all that we are, namaste.